How you all doing, boys and girls? So today I'm going to be talking about the reasons why you should buy the Benelli TNT 125 or 135 depending where you are around the world. Now the reason why I'm not on my bike today is because the weather has been atrocious. It has been raining, it has been extremely windy over the last couple of days, so I have not been out on the bike unfortunately. It has been absolutely horrible outside. So without any further waiting around, let's get on to it. So number one has to be the look of this bike. You only have to look at it to see that it is an absolutely beautiful piece of machinery. And when you compare it to the other bikes on the market of a similar nature, like the Grom, it just looks so much better, and Benelli have really done such a good job of this. You only have to look at this bike to see that Benelli have really put some thought into it, and it really could have just gone either way with this bike. For me, that's what first grabbed my attention about this bike, is the fact that it looks so good. And when I did compare it to a Grom, because I almost did get a Grom until I seen this in person, and I just fell in love with the bike straight away. This bike is definitely a bike you've got to see in person before you go and buy any other bike, because it is just a stunning piece of machinery. So number two is probably fairly obvious, and that is its cost. It is so cheap. This bike cost me £2,200 on the road. Now when you compare it to the Grom, it is such a cheap bike to own, especially if you're just starting out and owning a motorcycle. It's such a great way to get out on bikes. So we've come to number three, and that is the quality of the bike. The bike is superb. It has really been built well. The parts that have been put on this bike I really cannot fault. The only one little thing that is pretty common in these cheaper bikes are the tyres, which I would suggest you just strip them off anyway because they're made of nylon. But that is the only little thing that I can think of that isn't that great of quality. The metals, the plastics, everything else, the lighting, the electrics, it's all fantastic. I've not had one single problem in owning this bike in almost 12 months now. And even when I went down and crashed, there wasn't that much damage to it, that none of the metals were bent or anything like that. So definitely credit to Benelli for really thinking this through, really putting the effort and really putting the money into the parts. You know, they are fantastic quality. They're not cheap, they don't look tacky. They seem really high quality, as good as the Honda Groms. Now number four would have to be the fun factor. There is so much fun to be had on these bikes. They even look fun. And especially when you're with a group of other friends, it brings out the hooligan in you. It can do wheelies, it can do endos. You can pretty much throw anything at it and it'll take it, and then it'll ask for more. So fun factor is a big one for this bike. Now as for number five, it's only just begun. This bike has only been released about a year ago now, and the fun has only just begun. It's only just been released in America over 2 months ago, so there is so much more that can be done to this bike. And as for mods, they're gonna explode. I can see as soon as the Americans take them, because they love modding and they have paved the way for the Grom. They are the reason why the Grom became so popular. And I think it's going to be the reason why the TNT is going to be so popular as well, because I've seen even more and more videos on YouTube now coming up with Benelli TNT 135, and I've clicked on them and I've been in America. So the fact that more and more people are now buying these bikes in America means that there's going to be more mods, there's going to be more people to ride with. It's just going to be so amazing, and it's going to be a bright future for Benelli. It's because hopefully they're going to bring even more of these models out and do different things with it, which will be very exciting to see in the future. So with all that being said, in my opinion, even though I know I own a Benelli TNT 125, so it's a bit biased saying this, but I really do think if you're looking into buying a Benelli TNT, you should definitely buy one. I've looked, I've seen, I've been on many other bikes, and this bike has definitely stood above all of those because it's just such a fun little bike. It's high quality, it's cheap, it's fun, it's great to be on with other people. I absolutely love it. But anyway, boys and girls, I hope you've liked this video. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't yet tapped that button, please tap that button, because it'll notify you of any more videos coming up in the future. And I really do hope this weather will turn up bright tomorrow, because I really want to get out on my bike. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye!